28? Oh shit. You're an old nigga now, man.
Yeah.
You're an old nigga now. I
Not
thought you was
old.
like 25 or something. Wow. So this is the first Jodeci.
You said what?
This is the first Jodeci one we doing. I thought we did the other ones. We didn't do the first two.
Well, I did the first two solo wise. Yeah. I'm gonna hit up Ashley and shit.
I thought we did the other ones.
Nah,
So we never did no Jodeci stuff. Wow.
not
What
together.
took you so
Nah,
long, nigga? Why not? We should have been did this shit. This nigga want to talk about
I
Nelly,
kept
all the
pushing.
fucking Nelly albums and Tyru.
I kept pushing this one back because
Why you kept
my
pushing it
thoughts were
back?
even back
Jodeci of all people? Oh my lord.
because I was trying to get a copy
Oh
of Forever My Lady and
shit, you should have asked Eric. You know Eric get everything. I didn't know that, yo. I thought we already did that shit.
no.
This nigga kept pushing back the Jodeci shit. I can't believe you. I cannot. Fucking Ja Rule?
What's up, everybody in the chat?
Holy shit.
How was everyone's Halloween?
It was cool. It was
That's
cool.
what's up. Now everyone's gonna be on that Christmas bullshit.
Yeah, ready on it. I'm already seeing it. This nigga. I thought we'd be done talked about this. I thought we did that on the other podcast. We talked about their discography,
Yeah.
but we never did like individual albums.
No, because like I said, I did Forever My Lady and Diary from Abby and solo wise years ago.
Right.
That's what I was gonna do a review of Diary of a Madman.
This nigga here. Right.
Don't worry.
It's crazy, B. I could have sworn we did that shit. I'm thinking of the discography breakdown we did.
Yes, son. Yeah, you know how I fucking do.
Yes.
Q said I'm listening to John B right now. Okay. Yeah, I only like John B's first two albums.
His first three for me, Pleasures You Like was fire.
Hi, yeah. So I'm ready for the schedule for next week, though.
Yeah, it's a good one.
We're talking about some heavy hitters.
Yes, that's the way it should be.
We got a lot of special guests next week too.
Who's that? Oh,
Oh,
Tyson
and
coming. Tyson coming back.
yeah, yeah. We got a lot of heavy hitters.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
gonna be y'all gonna be looking at us like, damn, son. 10 years and y'all still dropping heat.
Yes, yes, yes.
Got me a fresh cut too and shit. Yeah, yeah.
That's what's up.
And I purposely kind of pushed this album back because for years I try to put my opinion right with this album.
You don't like it? Don't tell me you don't like it.
I love it, but it's not touching Diary of a Madman. But we'll get to it. We'll get
I
to
only
it.
have one issue with this album. That's about it.
Same. But this one I had to really sit down with.
Oh boy.
But just to be clear, their first three albums are top notch. And spoiler alert, Casey and JoJo reviews are coming very soon on this channel.
I have the
But
first
just to,
album. I can't find it though. I misplaced
yeah, I
it
think I got.
somewhere. I put it somewhere.
But we're just gonna talk about their first two albums because I think I got their second album though.
The one with what's the joint? Oh, was it All My Life? I got that one. I just can't. I have to find it though.
God, I hate that song.
You don't like that one?
Nah, I'm so tired of All My Life.
Yo,
But we got some heat.
yeah.
We got some heat. We got some heat. My arch enemy. If you want to come on the stream, Lashia, you can.
She is here. Show your ass.
Yeah, Lashia.
Come on here.
Yeah,
Lousy Eagles fan.
yeah. I think Ashley done fell asleep. I'm not getting a response from her yet.
So you waited too long to do it. That's what she fell asleep. It's past her bedtime.
Chill out.
You waited too long to the point where she fell asleep.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting me. I'm an old man. Y'all gotta respect y'all elders.
28. Oh Lord.
Somebody thought I was 21 and shit.
Who told you? Who thought that?
My coworker.
21.
I was like, nah. I was like, nah, son.
You know, the oldest 21 I ever seen.
Nah, but still good because some nigga thought I was 18 and shit too.
What? No.
Yeah, man.
Nah.
Told you, nigga, black don't crack, motherfucker. Hush. Hey, my mom's calling me. Give me 1 second.
All right. What's good? Nah, he don't look like no damn 21. He know a lot for his age though. I will say that. Reg knows a lot for being 28. Hi, it was good. Yes, I saw Jodeci live, Sam. You don't forget nothing. Nah, it's not even. It's not even luck. It's just being there at the right time for these shows.
Sorry about
Send
that.
send us here the link.
I did. All right, I might have started about 5 minutes.
Well, are we doing like introduction to Jodeci? How we got into Jodeci? I think everybody know Jodeci by now, right?
Yeah, I think we did that before in the past.
We did
So
that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we they good. They good. Besides, honestly, I just want to review this shit so I can relax for my birthday and shit. I'm trying to have me a breakfast in bed tomorrow morning. I'm gonna be like, nobody bother me for a good amount of the day.
Yo,
Yo,
yo, yo, yo, yo.
That's good.
what's good?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear you.
You know what? I have a new mic, so
Oh, do you?
touch your
Okay.
face. Yeah, I'm trying to be loud and clear on this joint.
That's what's up.
What's up, Reg? How old you turning again? What is it, 55?
Nah, I'm 28. 28.
You's a lie.
Do you want me to send you? Do you want me to send you a picture of my ID?
Yeah, please. Because I
Okay,
don't believe
I got.
you.
I got
But
you.
happy
Hold on.
birthday.
Appreciate it. I'll send you a picture of it in 1 second. Nah,
There's no
nah, I
way
already
I'm
got to
older
show.
than you. I'm going to feel some type of way.
You said what?
We all know Try is the old head out of all three of us.
Yes.
Try just turned 50 when? It was
No, it wasn't 50.
it was Dag, I noticed. When was your birthday again?
March.
It was in March. Yeah, that was a long time ago, brother. You
No,
about to be
that's not
51
50.
soon.
No. Another 5 years.
You,
So
you,
what we talking about tonight?
it's on the title.
Jodeci,
No,
that
I
album.
see that, but I just wanted you know what? Y'all know how y'all be pivoting and talk about other stuff too. Y'all start off talking about Jodeci. Next thing you know, we talk about Prince, and I'm like, how did we get here?
No, but for real though, we do be having our time when we just get talking about random shit.
But you know what? It is a good
Yeah.
segue because you know Jodeci they remade a song by Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, worked with Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson had beef with Prince. So I mean, it all does connect. I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
tired. I'm just saying shit right now.
Yeah, I don't see how that connects, but
yeah. I never
yeah.
thought it. Never.
I literally just said how it connects, but it's okay.
But how does Michael and Prince connect to Jodeci and
I just
Steve?
said Jodeci
Hmm.
redid a song by Stevie Wonder, who worked with Michael Jackson, who
Okay.
had beef with Prince,
Okay.
or alleged beef.
Yes. I still don't see what that got to do with Jodeci, but that's a whole different story.
I literally just gave.
You're trying to do like 6 degrees of separation with these artists.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I did. Not tried to do. That's what
Oh,
I did.
I don't see the connection, but whatever.
Well, I mean, sometimes Giants fans they too slow to see connections. Sometimes, so
Was that weird?
Oh,
how was that game with the Jets? They beat y'all
I
too,
was
right?
I was actually rooting for the Jets though. I was actually rooting for the Jets.
Don't be a bandwagon fan because they beat
I'm
the
not.
Eagles and
Well,
now
I
you
mean,
trying to be like,
they
oh
playing
yeah, the
better.
Jets.
They're playing better
Oh.
than the Giants. I got to give them their credit. They playing better.
Mm, mm,
You know,
mm.
it doesn't mean I'm gonna start wearing a Jets hat now, but they playing better.
Hey, little tidbit about the Giants that I'm sure you probably not even aware of, or if you are,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care. Listen, the quarterback, right, of the
Mm-hmm.
Giants, the black quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
he is the first black quarterback in Giants history to win a game
Mm-hmm.
in like 100 years of Giants history. Ain't that
Yeah.
crazy? See how
No,
racist that
not really
team
because
is?
they don't. They don't. They need a black quarterback. I would love Russell Wilson here. But they want to
Ugh.
stick with Daniel Jones, who's crap. You know.
As long as Russell happy, he ain't really gonna perform well. That's evident.
So,
But
so you think he needs to be separated from Seattle to play well?
I didn't say separated. He just needs to be unhappy. But he too damn happy right now. He taking a renting out the whole Waffle House.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I want that Russell Sierra love. I ain't I ain't even gonna lie. A man rent out a whole restaurant for me.
Yeah.
Man, I get to see a fight and get food. Oh, that would be
That's better.
amazing.
Then you're gonna
But
come. You're gonna come on your show and talk about it, right?
huh?
You're gonna come on your show and talk about it, right?
Who?
You.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I
well,
was
I want to
thinking
talk
of
about this.
what you want to talk about, Reg. Come on,
I
it's
was,
your world. We're just trying to
I
get
was,
a
I was
nut.
gonna, I was gonna say I want to talk about this album though. But what were you about to say?
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Talk about the album. Name
All
songs.
right.
I don't even know what's on this album. I'm just
Freaking
on here
you.
just BSing.
Freaking you. Love you for life. Good loving.
Well, love you for life, cause you
Right.
love. Oh, that one. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Freaking you was on here. Get on up.
Freak, 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 freaking you, freak,
All
freak.
right.
Oh, man, today, freaking you. That one. What
Yeah.
must I say? What
Hmm.
must?
Yes.
And what was the other one?
Get on up.
Get on up now. Then you
I
can sit down. All right.
I
All
hate
right.
this song.
All right. I'm all right. I'm well versed in this music.
All right. So that was our soloist right there, Lashia doing her thing. This your boy Reg in the building. Scorpio born today. You know what I'm saying? Got my homeboy Try with me.
Yeah.
All right. And today we are going to talk about Jodeci with their third album, The Show, The After Party, The Hotel. This album came out in July 18th, 1995. Oh, what single is that?
That's the freaking new remix with Ray and Ghost.
Oh, nice, nice. All right, so this album came out July 18th, 1995 on Uptown, which was under MCA. You know, this album came out with three singles: "Freaking You," "Love You for Life," and "Get On Up." No guest appearances. I mean, you have some like people like Missy Elliott doing skits and everything. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But we'll get more into that. Devontae and Dalvin did the production on this album. You know what I'm saying? So, after the release of what's up, Mike? Well, personally, I did reviews on Come and Talk to Me and Diary of a Madman years ago. I got a re-review of Diary of a Madman coming up before this year is over. After the release of Diary of a Madman, they were kind of going at it with Uptown Records because of management, most preferably Puffy, to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? And they want like more creative control from what I looked up. And they were actually eyeing into working with Suge Knight. Because Death Row Records was at that time was that big label, and even like Mary J. Blige was also eyeing like to be managed by Suge Knight and shit, but that didn't actually go through the way it wanted to go through. And also the year of 1994, um, they were actually working on like a lot of solo material. Casey, for instance, he did the cover of Bobby Womack's "If You Think You're Lonely Now" on a Jason's Lyrics soundtrack. That was a pretty dope cover. It's not touching the Bobby Womack version. Nothing will ever do that, in my opinion. But that was a pretty dope cover. I love that Jason's Lyrics soundtrack and everything too. Um, Also too, you had Devontae Swing. He was doing like a lot of production for like a lot of artists at that time and everything like that too. So he was doing his thing. You know, also too, Mr. Dalvin was also doing some remixes at that time. So yeah, man, the group was pretty much just getting the name out there, doing more solo work. Oh, also with Devontae's too. That was also the same time where he was really like developing the Basement Family. And what I mean by the Basement Family, I mean like people like Timbaland, Missy Elliott. You know what I'm saying? They were like the earliest members, and you had like Static Major. Like recently, we talked about the sister album from Missy Elliott's group, which that was a pretty solid album and everything like that. And we had a few joints and everything like that too. Somebody requested me to do that. I think that was Christian. I think that requested me to do that one. It was Christian or somebody, but
Yeah.
yeah. So and I have a few Timbaland and Magoo albums. I have a few of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like the biggest Timbaland and Magoo guy like that though. You know what I'm saying? Even though rest in peace to Magoo, who tragically passed away months ago. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. The Basement Collective itself is a story on its own, so you guys can do your research about that. You know what I'm saying? So around 94, 95, they got back together and they were working on this record right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the album cover right here. It just has the group, and this like flower backdrop with their signature logo and everything like that too. Um, oh, here comes Ash. Ashley, what's happening?
Hey, Ashley.
Hey everyone.
Hello, yo, yo,
Hey,
yo.
I don't think y'all met. Ashley, this is Lashia. Lashia, this is Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, what's up?
Hi Alshia.
Lash-
I'm doing all right.
Lashia is my headache. Just letting you know.
Ah,
Um,
wow.
it's okay.
Yeah,
It's all right.
but she's an angel. Honestly, she's honestly an angel, and I love her for that.
Glad there's no
But
cure.
other than that,
Because if there's a cure for this, I guess you wouldn't want it, would you? No, no.
ooh, ooh, tempting, tempting. Other than that, yeah. So this is the album right here. So I was recently just telling Try earlier that I've been pushing this review back for years, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because for years I've always wanted to get my opinion right on this record. You know what I'm saying? Because originally I wanted to do it as early as maybe 2015, but then I pushed it back for 2016. I pushed it back for 2018. Then I got more and more albums, doing some experimental stuff. Talked about Nelly and Ja Rule to Try's annoyance, and I thought to myself, I am planning to do a re-review on Diary from Madman in December. Why not just actually listen to this record? Because when it comes to like a lot of Jodeci fans, though, a lot of people have a lot of interesting opinions about this record, which we'll get more into that when we actually get into the review. But one thing for sure, and I'm just gonna say this right from the get-go, the skits were annoying as fuck. Like I don't like I don't know if they were trying to emulate what Janet was doing, but I don't mind a skit, but every other song, my nigga, come on now,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Like at
Yeah,
least with
it's about as
Janet.
annoying as the writings on the wall album when they was
Oh
like
my
that's yeah, in between each song they were like thou should not. I'm like yo, because you know what?
yeah.
Because they did it so weird. Because it's like
Yeah.
they put it at the end of the song for the next song. So it's
Mhm.
like the song would end and then it'd be thou should not, and then I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't you put it? Never mind. My head hurts. But
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah,
was a
yeah, because a lot of like '90s R&B albums was really like trying to sequence the albums like that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And some of it worked well. Like Prince's "Love Sexy" album, that's a perfect example of a sequence album because when that album originally came out, well, look, Rashia, I mentioned Prince. Well, when that album
there you
originally came
go.
out, it was released as just all the songs in one song and everything
Mm.
like that too. Because Prince didn't want people to skip through that album because that was like a spiritual awakening. Because he felt like the Black Album was evil as hell, which y'all can watch my review on that album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So he did that shit well. But then you have albums like TLC's Fan Mail that they did it
Mhm.
well, pretty well too. You know what I'm saying? That had some sequencing issues as well too. Because I felt like the better songs was on the latter part of the album. But that's another
Right.
story for a different day. But with this album, it's like they were trying to make a concept album, but there was really no fucking concept because this was
Mhm.
the album where they really was just embracing themselves as the bad boys of R&B. You know what I'm saying? Because this was like their raunchiest album to date when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
I mean, you say raunchy, and it's so funny because it's like so tame compared to the music we listen to today. But
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. But at that time and everything like that, every if you hear an R&B singer saying every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny and everything like that too. You gonna That's like some shit you would hear on a hip hop on a rapper because
Mhm.
Jodeci at this time really had a strong
or something
following in
by
the
Rick
hip hop.
James.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Because like Jodeci had a strong following in the R&B and in the hip hop community. Because they were doing songs with like Death Row at that time too. They did songs with Wu and everything, which we'll talk about that too. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't like Boys to Men. They were the raunchiest they've gone was dun 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 da da da, and then I'll make love to you.
I'll make love to you.
If
Yeah,
if you that shit sound more like a Disney song. Like you hear like you on like a Disney World and you see Cinderella and stuff like that. Like the arrangement give me more Disney feeling and
yeah,
everything like that
because
too.
it was supposed to be so Jodeci and Boys and Men are definitely a juxtaposition to one another. You get the clean cut polo wearing. Um, it was definitely giving me like when I look back on the old pictures of Boys and Men, I definitely think of Constance Fry, Constance Fry. like I'm getting them type of vibes, off of them. Like they play polo and they, and, and they wear the button ups and everything like that. And then you got Jodeci that's straight like the outsiders, but not the outsiders. Like everybody want to beat them, but they really tear up the streets.
Mhm.
Like no,
Right.
no, but mommy, I want the bad boy. Like, hey,
Right.
here come KC. whooping ass, and with the powdered nose. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
allegedly, allegedly. You got to say stuff with allegedly, but yeah, on both accounts, even though we know the truth. But Jodeci definitely. Let me tell you about Jodeci real quick. Their harmonies, you know, uh, made me blush. I mean, I listen back to old school, interview shows like late night shows when black people used to actually have late night shows
Mm-hmm.
and interview real artists. And I forget. I think they was on what was his name? The guy with
Arsenio,
the really pretty eyes. Not it was it Arsenio. I don't think it was Arsenio. I think it was the other one
Don-
with the
Donnie Simpson.
yeah.
Donnie
I
Simpson.
think they was on his show, and they just went a cappella and just was sing. Oh my gosh, I listened to that joint all the time because they did it a cappella. Harmonies was on point. Yo, I miss that KC. I really do. I really do. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened, but whew, yeah. But yeah, their harmonies was always on point. But yeah, let's get. I'm sorry, I got a little sidetracked. Go
You
ahead
good?
with the review, Reg.
You good? All right. So, realistically speaking, this album has 22 songs, but minus the skits, we're looking at
It's,
one,
it's
two,
11.
three,
It's 11 songs, and then the
And
rest
then
is
Thank,
you
skits.
add the
thank you, Try.
skits, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Try, because I really wasn't prepared to counting it. So thank you. Other than that, let's get started with the first song was called "The Show." You have this cat named Tim Daniels. He was on the news. Already this album dates itself. You know what I'm saying? OJ trial, not guilty. Dan Quayle announced he'll run in 1996. Yada yada yada. But the most important thing is Jodeci summer tour was going to begin and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And they have them getting ready for the tour. So yep, a nice way to kick off the album. I'll give it that. Oh,
I think, I mean, yeah, like the intro was cool with the news clip and the reporter, talking about the Jodeci tour, and we had like helicopter sounds in the background, and there's like a little like G funk type of melody playing, and you have like a guy introducing Jodeci. I mean, it was okay intro. I don't think it was the best intro, but it was okay.
right.
I didn't know what that intro was going towards because like when I first was listening to it, I was like, okay, why they mention the OJ case, and then all out of nowhere you're hearing the news about Dan Quayle, and then you finally hear the latest update on Jodeci. I found that to be kind of bizarre. I just didn't know what direction that was going.
Right.
Yeah, I have to agree with Ashley on this one and everything too, because when you hear a lot of intros like that,
Mm-hmm.
um they always have like special news, and it could be like either some apocalyptic kind of shit or a motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
just talking about artists taking over the world and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
I think it's crazy
Um,
because it's kind of like a time capsule type of thing
Yeah.
right,
because like those who was there get it. Those who's born way after that ain't gonna get that. They only know OJ Simpson for telling Will Smith like to give him a call, but they have no idea why
Right.
that is so funny to us
Right. Facts.
I don't
that
even think
grew
that
up
was
in that
real.
time. It probably wasn't, but it was hilarious to look at.
Yeah.
But
Right.
um, I don't know. Does this album really need an intro?
Does
Did it
this
really
album
need
really
an
need a lot?
intro?
I
No,
mean,
it didn't. All right, moving on.
all right. track number 2, we're gonna bring on the funk. To be real with you, I like how I slid that in there too. Um, Man, this one is a nice way to kick up the album. This is definitely one of my favorite tracks on this off this album. You know what I'm saying? It has that very futuristic sound Devontae Swing was definitely known for at that time too. You know what I'm saying? Casey and JoJo, definitely did their thing. You had Timbaland on the fucking chorus. Or that all I got is that old funk's let it bang and boom in your trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like this is really the Timbaland I fucking love. Back when he was really on the Devontae Swing and shit. Like I fuck with Timbaland. I'm not the biggest Timbaland fan like that, but it depends on the artist he works with, honestly.
I love it. Though.
What's so funny?
Because I know what you're getting at. You prefer Timbaland with Aaliyah, but no Justin Timberlake.
I wasn't even thinking Justin Timberlake, honestly.
I was the minute you said that, I was thinking Justin Timberlake.
I mean, Justin Timberlake is not the only artist Timbaland worked with in his lifetime.
I know.
I was actually thinking
that's
about
like one of the major artists that he worked with that he gave most of his hits to.
I mean, I know I wasn't thinking Justin Timberlake, but if y'all want to go with that notion, then okay, we'll go with that notion. Because y'all just love when I rip this man to shreds and shit. But okay, Brittany's book's already doing the job right now. But okay,
That beat is fire.
Man,
Why she even talking about that? It's like 20-something years ago. She's still talking about she's in love with Justin.
No, let her
wait a
fucking
minute. No,
talk.
it's to promote her book. Listen, she promoting her book just
let her-
like Jada promoting her book. Let her do her thing.
I know.
All right.
I'm just saying, it's like, why come out with that?
After
now?
all those motherfuckers put my girl through, let her fucking talk. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring on the funk. I'll admit, listen to it kind of remind me like on I guess maybe the tempo of it or just the beat of it reminded me like on some G funk shit that you will be hearing during the 90s and the early 2000s. That's what it reminded me of.
Mm-hmm.
I love this song here.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, that G funk, man. I love that G funk sound and shit. Especially when them synths be coming in. Woo.
Yeah.
Oof. Anyway, track number 3, room 7. Oh, my fault. Lashia, what did you think about this one? My fault.
No, you good. Keep it moving.
You sure? You heard this one or no?
I told you I'm just on here. I'm listening for some titles that I know.
Oh, okay. Respect. All right, track number 3, room 723. This is skit number 2. We got them trying to call up these freaks. You know what I'm saying? Just to get it in. Nothing to it. Next.
I mean, I don't think the skit was needed though. I mean, they just calling up some chicks and telling them to come through at the party, and I don't know if we really needed a skit like this on there.
I'll be honest, I don't think none of the skits on this album were really needed. If you just eliminated all of them out, I'd be okay with it, with just the songs. Like I don't need to hear every single skit after a track. I can do without that.
Yeah.
This is definitely some high induced type of thinking to create creativity. Like they was like, you know what would be great if we put a skit in between each song. Like you gotta be really, really high to be thinking some stuff like that. Like this is gonna be a hit, man. Now pass me the never mind.
But see, that's the thing too, because it's like the skits really could have worked, but not every other song we needed a skit. You know what I'm saying? Because even like back when like in the day, like you had cats like Alexander O'Neal. He kind of did like a little interlude skit every other song from that Hearsay album, but that shit flowed together in a way. This
Mhm.
was just some unwanted bullshit, you know. But
Yeah.
to each his own. Track number 4, "Fun Tonight." This was produced by Mr. Dalvin and Stevie J. I love the vibe of this song. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have some fun tonight. This is your night. Like I love Heat Wave. That I use that Heat Wave sample for that one and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Pretty dope song. You know what I'm saying? This one I feel like should have been a single, but it's all good. There was like one single I didn't like from this album, but we'll get to that.
It was good. Definitely had like a real smooth melody to it, and Dalvin to me was like an underrated producer in the group. And it had a G Funk sound. A lot of the tracks on this album had like a G Funk sound, so you could tell like they were easily influenced by Death Row at that time, and but it worked for them. It's like not every R&B group at that time that sound would have worked for, but it definitely worked for Jodeci. So I liked it.
Yeah, Fun Tonight was definitely another favorite of mine off this album. And I agree that this should have been a single too. And then I also agree with Trout with the fact like just hearing this album, I kept hearing like the G Funk influence throughout it. So yeah, definitely had an impact on the guys. So
Yeah.
yeah, no arguments there.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Track number 5, "Room 577." I just peeped something.
What?
Um, for the skits, track 3, track 5, and track 9. I like how they incorporated like "Room 723" is like the third song, but they incorporated 3 in that. "Room 499" is the ninth song. They incorporated the number 9. I don't know if that was intentional or what, but it's just what I noticed. But anyway, "Room
I'm sorry, say that
577."
again.
Like look like the track list. Let's just say like "Room 499." That's like the ninth song on this album, and they said they incorporated number 9 in that. "Room 723." That's his third song. They incorporated the 3 in that. I don't know if it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
That just threw me
I
off a
just
little
noticed
bit.
that too. I just noticed that.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh,
pay too
okay.
much, but I just now noticing that. I'm like, oh wow.
Uh, Interesting.
Mm.
I feel like they were trying to troll us, but okay. Yeah, room 577. Now we have the freaks. They want to meet the niggas. Honestly, there was a beat that was played in the skit that I felt like was kind of fire though, and
Yeah.
everything like that too, which leads into the next song. So for that beat, I do like this skit. You know.
They did. I noticed that with like some of the skits, Devontae was playing other tracks within the skit. You know what I'm saying? And so, to this day, I don't believe any of those tracks were released. But I mean, it's basically a skit where you have like some chicks coming to Casey's hotel room and they banging on the door and he ain't answering for some reason. So either he's asleep or he ain't there or he just playing them. So again, I don't think it was a skit that was needed.
Right.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Like all these skits just really weren't really needed for this album.
I feel at the time there probably was a method to their madness, but we just had to be able to appreciate. Like I feel like I had to be this age in that time to understand where they were going with it,
Right.
because there had to be a method to their madness. Not everybody. I know I joke and I say it got had to be like really high to come up with all them skits, but I think there was actually a method to their madness. I feel like I want to check in on those numbers. Maybe those numbers have some type of significance.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, I get the concept of the show, the after party, the hotel, and I think the
Mm-hmm.
skits was supposed to represent that, but it
Yeah.
could have been done. I feel like all of that could have been done in the intro,
Yeah.
where you don't sequence the album with a skit and then a song, then a skit, and then you know what I'm saying? Because it throws the album off for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Try on that one. But yeah, interesting thoughts though. Interesting. What was going on in their heads? We never know.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, um, next song we got is S More Samo, excuse me. Um, this has a little bit of Missy Elliott in it and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? This was a dope track right here. Nice little vibe in here and stuff like that too. You had Casey and JoJo doing their best vocals on this one as well too. So yeah, nice little joint.
I thought that was Mr. Dalvin on the first part. That wasn't him.
You said Mr. Dalvin?
Yeah, I thought that was him singing the first part of the song.
Um, nah, that one. I read that was KC. You mean
Okay, so
yeah,
okay. Well,
that
he
baby
sounded
baby.
different. Yeah, like his vocals sounded different on this song, but it was dope. Like I like again, it had like a real smooth groove to it. The beat was fire, the bass line. It was something. It was like a different sound for Jodeci on this.
Hmm. I wasn't really feeling this track for some reason. I just couldn't. I just couldn't get into it.
Was it the beat?
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Yeah, I think that was probably what was throwing me off about it. Maybe it
Yeah.
was just that the use of that beat on it just didn't really do it for me.
They use like the mahogany drum pattern that Evergreen Rakim used on that album.
Oh, okay.
It's like the same drum pattern.
Nice. All right. Now we have the after party skit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. Bumfuck just saying that's that shit. Talking about Jodeci's music. Yeah, wasn't really needed. All right.
That was Missy's voice. Like I heard Missy's
Yeah,
voice in the skit, and somebody was like beatboxing. I mean, I don't know if we needed it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, you got a chance to hear like early Missy before she became like a megastar.
To me, if they were going to do an interlude, I mean, I think I could have see the after party interlude being used like at the end of the
Yeah,
album.
yeah,
To me, that the placement of it would have made more sense,
right.
instead of it just doing the whole skit, then a song, skit, song, skit, then a song, and just to mix it up a bit or something. I mean,
Right.
yeah, I definitely see what you're trying to say with that.
yeah.
All right. Next song we got is Get On Up. I'm gonna be quite honest with y'all. I never liked this song.
Wow.
What?
Never. I never liked.
Crazy.
I never liked this song. I never.
Why is
I
it?
never. I didn't feel like it fit the album. To be real with you,
Oh, wow.
and
You don't feel like it fits the album?
no, it don't fit the album.
There's some songs on here that don't fit the album. Good Loving, I don't think that fit the album either. But
Oh,
I mean, you
we'll
understand.
talk about Good Loving. That's another one, but yeah, and it's kind of crazy too because even Mr. Dalvin, he's not a big fan of this song from what I looked up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
Oh,
And
wow.
I never cared. And this a little trivia. This was like the only single that was not produced or written by Devontae Swing
Yeah.
and everything.
Mm.
And yeah, I get it. I get the message and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it just was not a real Jodeci's track. You know what I'm saying? Like I get it's more like an uplifting tone, but it didn't really fit the joint. Maybe if it was like on the soundtrack or something, but yeah, I never cared for this one.
And Devontae's not in the video either. It's only the three of them. The
Oh,
three of them.
yeah, yeah. I noticed that
What
too.
Yeah.
what what does that tell you? He
Well,
was
I
embarrassed by
know
this track.
he had like anxiety or something. They said he was dealing with
Yeah,
because
he
he
didn't
had
like
like
to
an
fly in the
incident at
airplane.
his house. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that.
yeah.
Yeah, because like around '93, he actually got robbed. He actually
Mm.
got robbed in this. house, and that kind of like messed him up for real and shit like that. Because from what had happened, I think he had bit the robber's finger or some shit like that
They
too.
they pistol whipped
Mm.
him and they tied him up.
Yeah, they pistol whipped him and shit.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of conspiracy theories on that. I'm not really gonna bring them on this channel because certain motherfuckers. I don't want them saying, "Oh, you talking about this," but yeah, there's a lot of theories on that. It's never really been proven who was actually behind the robbery, but they have a feeling it was one person. But we're not really gonna mention all that shit. So
right,
he was like being very secluded around this time and everything like that. Too. He's honestly he still he not really recovered from that shit. I'm gonna keep it above.
right. I
Like
mean,
he's making
recently
pop.
he was on
Go
their
ahead. I'm
he
sorry.
was on their recent tour. Like he joined them on their recent tour, but in the past when they used to do shows, he wouldn't show up.
Yeah, because he also don't like flying in airplanes and shit too.
Mm.
Right.
But yeah, yeah, that's all I had to say about Get On Up.
I like it. I thought it was a uplifting, positive track for them. With a message, and it was soulful. I think Casey and JoJo killed it. They, two great singers. The beat was fire. They also got a remix for this, and they used like the Ain't No Nigga beat. I know this. There's a sample. I forgot the name of the sample, but the same beat that
Seven
Jay Z and Foxy used for Ain't No Nigga.
7 minutes of funk.
Yeah, 7 minutes of funk. They the remix has that sample on there. I think Dalvin did the remix too. So that's a dope remix also. But I like the original mix as well.
Yeah, Get On Up is also is another favorite of mine off the album. I never get tired of playing it. I still play it every now and again to this day. But yeah, this is definitely one of their best tracks to me.
Get
Yeah,
on
man.
up.
Yep.
Get on up was definitely that banger.
Mhm.
That one line. Positive is the attitude.
Yep.
Like you gotta. I mean, it made you want to get up and dance. That's definitely. That's why I'm kind of surprised. What Reg doesn't like happy songs. So let's.
Okay, I'm
That's
not
why
gonna lie.
everybody don't
I
like.
like freaky. I like freaky Jodeci. Let's just keep it above.
He
I like
like the
freaky
freaky
Jodeci.
girls. Yo, but honest on all honesty, the I always felt like there was a little bit of strain on the vocals in this one.
Mhm.
There was a little bit
Yes.
of straining. They was probably partying a little too hard. Was like, let's go in the studio latest joint. It was like, gotta get on up now. It do sound like some old heads in the in the booth.
Mhm.
but
It,
now they are real old heads, but
Yeah,
like but they sound like old heads back then. You gotta get on up now
right.
and you can sit down. Like, I always wonder, I was like, wait a minute, you told me to get on up, now you telling me to sit down. I don't know, you confusing me. But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
it's just the fact that we had songs on this album like "Freaking You," "Some More," "Zipper." You know what I'm saying?
That's a
We're not even
sample.
going to get to the love. Oh, excuse me. Let's do it all. We're not
Right.
even going to get to the love songs towards the end of the album yet. But it was just a weird placement for the album. Like, oh yeah, let's just throw this song in there so we can prove to people we can do more songs other than sex and shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just throw that
I
on
mean,
there.
they did it right to me. I mean, if
Yeah.
you listen to this, you listen to Good Loving. It's the cleanest songs on the album, but they did it well. But that wasn't their thing. Their thing was sex. That was the ballads.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna talk about good loving. I'm gonna talk about that, but yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my fiending. The come and talk to me. I really wanna see. I'm gonna stick to that. Hell, I'm gonna stick to that. Baby, won't you just stay for a little? I'm gonna stick to that, Jodeci.
Right.
Yeah. Like I
Okay,
said, I
Reg,
respect.
y'all know you're a freak bull. All right,
Like I
you have
said,
established that point.
I respect them for doing this song. I respect them, but
Right.
it's not my speed, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's
I
not my
feel you.
speed.
It's a little
Yeah.
too fast. We understand. You don't like the song fast. You like the girl fast, but not the song. Girl fast, song slow.
Uh, trust me, I can go fast or slow. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. All right.
Yo, pause
Shit.
and moving on.
Anyway, it depends how you like it. Track number 9, Room 499. Again, another unwanted skit with a dope beat. I'll fuck with this one.
You like this skit? Of all the skits on here, you
I
like
like
this
the
one?
beat. I like the beat.
I mean, it's basically Dalvin asking the girl for a number. I don't really see the need for it to have it on here. You know,
I gotta agree with Try. I feel like that skit was so pointless. I'm like, really?
yeah.
Oh, oh well.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess I'm alone. I guess I'm alone here. Anyway, um, track number 10, Can We Flow? Love this fucking record right here, man. This one right here is another one of my favorites off this album. To be real with you, you know what I'm saying? This one is pretty much, fucking track, when you trying to get your girl to like get it in and shit like that too. My kind of speed from them. I like that line when Casey says, "That smile you got just looks so fly. I don't have to slow this down because you already got me high." You know what I'm saying? All my weed heads, y'all should know what he means by that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, yeah, this was a dope track. I like this one.
This definitely had a gangster type of bounce to it. It had a G funk sound, the beat, the bass line. The instruments that Devontae used on here. And it's one of my favorites on here. Again, it was just a different sound for Jodeci with this album on a lot of the tracks, and I liked it.
Yeah, I like Can We Flow as well. Just everything about it to that G Funk sound, just the instrumentation that Dalvin used. I
Yeah.
mean, it was just on point.
Yeah, I definitely got you to agree with everything y'all say. Um, next song we got is
Wait, real quick. I
motherfucking.
always feel like they sound like they recording in a tunnel. That's what it sound like to me. I mean, it do. It do sound like they in the tunnel somewhere in this song. I'm just saying. But I mean, it sounds great. It just sounds like they like in a tunnel recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
I
think
digress.
that was the way Devontae had his vocals. Like it sounded like it was coming through like a bullhorn or something. Like when he was
Oh,
rapping. Yeah.
that explains it.
Yeah, but they use it for everything. Just like just stand in this hallway.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cover the mic with something. Hope nobody walk past while we trying to record. Like
Right.
it's crazy. I've actually been in a situation like that. I ain't even
Right.
gonna lie. When I was in college, I was trying to lay a track, and we was just doing some back crazy stuff, and it just was in the hallway, and we had to do it real fast before people
Uh,
start walking through. It's
oh
crazy.
wow.
Yeah,
So the hallway was the booth?
yeah. The hallway was the booth.
That's
Don't
crazy.
judge us. We was all learning. All right, we was
Hey,
learning.
hey, in no judgment. People be recording at the most humblest places. Don't even worry about it.
I remember when we first started doing the reviews together, Reg used to be in his closet. Like, do you remember that? He used to be in his closet doing
Yeah,
reviews.
Yeah.
Oh man.
because
Reggie
that was the
finally
only place I
came
could
out of
have
that
fucking
closet,
PC.
huh?
Yeah. Oh man, this is why sometimes I just want to slap some people, but you know what?
Just get my good
Anyway,
side. Just get my good side.
yeah, I'll imprint. I'll make my imprint on that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. Shit. All right, track number 11, Zipper. I didn't have anything to say about this track, to be real with you. The skit.
Another useless skit. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, pretty much. I already had an idea where this skit was gonna lead to the next song. I was not shocked at the title of the Zipper. I knew this was where it was going. After the previous skit with
Hmm.
one of the guys getting the female number and all this
Right.
stuff, I already know where this is going.
Yep.
You don't take a rocket
If it,
scientist to figure that out.
if it was today's day and age, they would have called this album the show, the party, the show, the after party, Waffle House, then the hotel.
Right.
Oh.
Shit. Anyway, after we unzip that zipper, we're gonna go to track number 12. Let's do it all. This is actually one of my favorite tracks on this album. Probably my second favorite track. To keep it a buck with you, you know what I'm saying? This is another great example of that signature Devontae synth with the futuristic kind of vibe. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this album walked production wise, so Aaliyah's One in a Million can run. If y'all
No.
get what I'm trying to say.
No.
Yes.
You're comparing this to
Let let
Aaliyah's. What?
let let me explain. Let me explain. I felt like with Devontae when he was really doing that futuristic kind of sound, he was really teaching Timbaland. Timbaland used that shit for
Yeah, I
Aaliyah's
mean,
One in a Million.
he discovered Timberland and Missy.
I'm saying, yeah. But I listen to One in a Million and listen to this album and shit. Just listen to the beats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hell, there's some Aaliyah track I feel like Jodeci could have been good on, like that song "A
Hmm.
Girl Like You," the one she did with Tretch. I can
Yeah.
definitely see
Mm-hmm.
Jodeci on that track too, if y'all think about it.
Right.
Shit, like it's called musical connect the dots. You just gotta connect the
Yeah.
dots and shit.
The family tree.
But
Missy, Timberland,
Family Tree,
Jodeci, the
yeah,
basement. Yeah,
Family Tree,
I feel you.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That was when
it
Tim.
was. Hmm?
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Now go ahead.
I said that was when Timbaland was just when he had them drums and them sound effects and shit. That's the Timbaland I fucking love and shit.
Yeah. But I felt like he elevated his sound too in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like
He did.
working with Justin, working with Tweet, Nicole Ray, and all those other artists, and I think he had to elevate his sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying? Because
mentioned
if,
the
if
week.
he got stuck in one sound, he would be sounding like Swizz. Like Swizz Beats hasn't elevated his sound. He still
No.
sound the same way he did back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Even
He's
even RZA had to switch his sound up on the double album from the first one. You know what I'm saying? So I think you right about Timbaland, learning from Devontae with the futuristic sounds and all that. And this was a great ballad. It was a nice beat. The synthesizers that Devontae had on it was good.
Let's do it all. It was an okay ballad. I already know pretty much the gist of what the song was about. It was
facts.
it was decent.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
Let's
Now
do
we're
it
gonna go
all.
to the
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, let's do it
Oh,
all.
my fault.
Um, uh, it. I mean, I don't know why it just fell a little flat for me, but I don't know. I guess because when you hear the singles that came out of this album, and then you go back and you listen to it, it just seemed all very repetitive. But and that's even more prevalent in the in Pump It Back, but we ain't get there yet. So
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Track number 13, PIB for play. Now, this is not really a skit. It's like a short kind of song and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? You have Devontae talking about I be going solo once you come and see me. I be getting freaky baby and then everything like that too. I mean, I don't really know what to think of this one to be real with you. I'm just gonna keep it moving.
I think it's more like an interlude, but he was like playing like a radio DJ, like switching the stations, and It
Mm-hmm.
sounded like he was getting head from a female. I'm not sure. I heard like a lot of like female. There was a female with them on the track, but
Yeah.
she wasn't singing or nothing. So I'm like, what? Again, why do we need this on the album?
Yeah, yeah, I agree because I mean I already know this was going to lead into the actual song pump pump it back. So this was I guess kind of like a preview for it,
Right.
if that makes sense. So
Definitely.
hmm
All right. Next song we got is "Pump It Back." Now, this is probably among the more soulful songs on this whole album and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is actually the longest song on this album too, clocking in at 6 minutes and 23 seconds.
yeah.
Very, very, very dope song. You know what I'm saying? This is like another one of my personal favorites and everything like that too. Their gospel roots really came into play with this one and shit like that too. You know, and saying I love that slick arrangement and everything too. Devontae again really did his thing with the production. JoJo and Casey's chemistry was never as better than this song right here too. And this is probably the album where I feel like their chemistry was definitely at peak form, in my personal opinion. Though, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is definitely among my favorites of this album.
I definitely think it's a dope track. You know, the beat, the bass line. You had the Devontae on the voice box, and Casey and JoJo killed it. I think the song is too long though. 6 minutes and 24 seconds, way too long.
hmm
You know, I
No,
like it. I just feel like they could have cut it. 4 minutes would have been good. It still would have been a great song.
Yeah, yeah. Pump it back. I feel like it was way too long, and I feel like if they would have cut it down as well, like and to me, it should have been cut down to at least like 3.5, going on 4 minutes as well. But there was nothing wrong with the song. I already knew what it pretty much was going to be about, and then she was like, it's not the first time we heard a sex track by Jodeci, so I already knew that was going to be expected. But at the same time, I feel like it was kind of like repetitive, as if we haven't already heard sex songs during this decade. You know.
Yeah.
definitely.
Totally, totally agree with you. Listen, the very beginning of it, the layering of the harmonies made me think of ah, ah, you. Like it made me think
Ooh,
of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it the timing of it, it made me think of fiending you, freaking you. I'm sorry, freaking you. So it was
Right.
just like I put two songs together, fiending and freaking you. But yeah, I was just like, and for some reason, I feel like was that Missy on the backgrounds?
It didn't sound like him.
I mean, on the very beginning, on that part that I was just singing, I feel like I heard her, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, they all work closely together. Maybe they was all like doing similar harmonies or whatever. But yeah, it just seemed like it was too much going on for me. It was too much going on in that song. From the production to the vocals, it was just too much going on. I like me a nice simple song that I can follow, and I felt like I was getting lost in like a jumbleness of craziness that lasted 6 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I do feel you. I do feel you. Maybe cut it down to maybe a good 2 minutes max. Maybe you
Right.
could have done the trick though, but again, they don't really have a lot of longer songs on this album though. To their credit. Um, Next song we got is DJ Don Jeremy. This is pretty much a DJ. Somebody's requesting The next song, which we'll get into that in a minute.
Who's Don Jeremy? Because I know who Ron Jeremy is. I don't know who Don Jeremy is, but
I think that's what
it
they was
was
trying to play off of. I think they was trying to
right.
play off of Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, and you had like the like freaking news being played in the background. It was like a like acoustic style, and Devontae's playing a radio DJ, and you got like a girl playing with herself on the ear. And I mean, again, to me, I felt like I don't know if we really needed a skit like this, and I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, I found this yet to be just totally pointless. Wasn't needed.
I mean, some of these skits might be needed after dark when you got your rules out, but but not like just casually just sitting there listening to the CD. You're
Right,
like, ooh, got some Jodeci. I'm about to pop this new Jodeci in, man. You start listening,
right.
you're like, wait a minute now. Maybe I shouldn't have played this at the family picnic. Like, it's
Yeah,
like
this is not an album for that for the family picnic.
Nah,
No.
way too raunchy. Way too raunchy. You talk about somebody playing with them, like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
speaking of raunchy, probably the raunchiest single to date, "Freaking You." This is actually my favorite song off this album. Keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like it's possibly, you know what? This is a signature song too. This one, "Forever My Lady." I'll probably even say fucking "Cry for You" too. But this one right here, this is like the first song I think of when I think of Jodeci. It's when that beat drops, that boom. I wanna freak you down. I wanna, and then the whole talk box, everything sneaking in, everything escalating, and then you have Casey dropping that iconic first line, like every time I close my eyes, I wake up feeling so horny. I can get you out of my mind. Sexing you be all I see. I mean, that right
Sorry.
there alone.
Red, you sound like
Like
somebody dirty
if the
uncle.
whole song, I didn't feel like singing though, but if that whole song was just based off that verse alone, it would still be a fucking hit, in my opinion. But besides the point, it has definitely one of the best choruses in R&B history. You know what I'm saying? Casey and JoJo definitely, their chemistry was also in tone with this one. And it also gave us a dope remix with Ray and
yes,
Ghost, too.
yes,
Like a
definitely.
remix that is pretty much on par with the OG. You can't really say that about a lot of remixes and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, facts.
Um, definitely hot remix. I wish I had that single. I envy Try for having that single, but you know what?
Damn,
It is what it is.
you
You
got to
know what
go
I'm
record
saying?
digging.
But I do, I do. But other than that, this song right here is definitely one of my all-time favorites when it comes to Jodeci. My favorite song on this album. Period.
I think it's a classic record. Like you said, like there's not too many like songs, even in rap too, that the remix is just as good as the original mix. And Casey killed it. JoJo, the beat, the synthesizers on here, everything was done perfect. And yeah, it's one of my favorite Jodeci songs.
Freaking You is one of those songs in Jodeci's catalog that people still love and still bump to this day. Even though it's not a favorite of mine, I mean, I I feel like this is a pretty decent song, you know. Just something that I wouldn't put on repeat like that.
Yeah, I definitely see
Ooh,
it.
what must I say? What must I do to show how much think about freaking you? Um, I don't know why I picture like Dave Chappelle singing that part, but but you know what? Dave Chappelle could play a good KC back in the day when he was skinny and KC was
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay.
But definitely one of my favorite songs. I really like how, man, the breakdowns in that joint, and it was like it was never a dull moment in the song. It was always something that everybody could like call and response on, and I like that they kept the lyrics very simple,
Right.
you know. I mean, that part was every freaking night and every freaking day. Really want
Yeah.
to free you in every freaking way. Like, of the freaking, like, freaking was about as close to fucking you was gonna get on the radio.
Right. Right.
You know what some old heads like every fucking night,
Mhm.
like no, dude, you don't gotta get that crazy with it.
Right.
It's raunchy, just it's fine, just the way it is. And they didn't have to censor. You didn't have to censor it. Pretty much. I mean, maybe the horny part, but for the most part, that song was good to go. It was radio ready.
Yep.
And it got the point across, and it didn't have to talk about some, I put my titties in your face, and all this crazy stuff that they got going on there, wop, and macaroni in the pot and stir it
Mhm.
up. It's not all it didn't you have to get all that crazy stuff. He conveyed what he wanted to do. He wanted the freaker, and it's a pretty good chance that he did. So
Yeah.
all right, that's my commentary on it.
No doubt, no doubt. I love what y'all said about this song. All right, track number 17, Room 454, Devontae's Intermission. So this might be my favorite interlude of this whole album, keep it a buck with you. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely a nice little, it kind of reminds me of that Blackstreet song from the second album, Another Level, My Paradise interlude, which that was a dope ass interlude, you know what I'm saying? This definitely had a very strong R&B tone to it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is a nice little intermission.
I like the side beat that was being played on the track. There's a girl on there moaning, but I think I like the side beat. That's about it.
Yeah, some of the last few tracks I didn't get a chance to listen to, other than "Love You for Life," but I'll just say my thoughts on that song, "Love You for Life." I mean, I it's one of those songs that's, of course, a classic. A lot of Jodeci fans who love that song, and I've seen Jodeci live twice in my life. Um, Back in July of this year, my mom and I, we went to see them live. It was her first time seeing them perform live, but yeah, when they did this song, everybody and their mom in the audience was singing along with them. It was just that great.
Mm, definitely. All right. Anything you gotta say, Lucia?
No, I'm good.
All right. All right. So track number 18, Time and Place. This is another one of those songs that's one of the more soulful on this joint right here too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Pretty much, just them, pretty much, talking about how they have to go say bye to their women because they're on the move, touring and everything like that too. Missing their baby. Um, I actually like this song. Honestly, I actually like this song. Like I have a lot of things to say about the latter part of the album, which I'm gonna save that for when we actually get to the good love song. But this is definitely a strong suit on this song on this album.
I like the song. Definitely had a dope beat, G funk, sound, the bass line. It's a long track as well, and Devontae gave like a decent rap. It wasn't great, but it was okay. But I like it. I thought it was a good song from them, and it's one of my favorites on the album.
You there, Ash? Oh yeah, you said you haven't heard
Yeah, yeah.
the latter.
I didn't hear the last couple of tracks, so y'all just keep going.
Oh, I'm so.
Okay, no.
Oh, okay. I got something to say about this. Before Jodeci, there was Jagged Edge. I mean, before Jagged Edge, there was Jodeci,
Hmm.
because this the
Hell no.
this is
I,
what no, this is why I say this though. This is why I say this though, because it's like they got a formula and they stuck with it.
Hmm.
right.
And I'm here's the thing. I love Jodeci. I love Jodeci. I take nothing from them young men. You know, they old men now, but you get what I'm saying. I take nothing from them. I really appreciate everything that they brought to the music industry, but this album, it just sounds like we got a formula. We're gonna stick to the formula, and the only and that's why Get On Up was kind of like a break away from that, because you listen to Get On Up as, compared to these tracks, and it just seemed like the same formula, just same thing. All right, and this far away sound, it is actually bothering me. It's bothering my ears. I feel like it need to be remastered. I feel like they need to bring the vocals up some a little bit. I like the song "Time and Place." I like it. I'm feeling it. I feel like it took a little time for it to really get started.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as you know, the hook and everything like that, it's cool. But I feel like it's getting into that rut where stuff starting to sound the same to me. Starting to sound the same. It's like the same type of beat, type of I and I mean, people may feel differently, but that's how I feel about some of these tracks. It sound like the same formula, and that's why it helps to have diversity on your album as far as who's producing on your album, because even when I did my album, I was like, I don't want all my I want them to sound the same because I'm on them, but I don't want them to sound the same because I didn't want my album to drag on and sound, repetitive or mundane, and people like, oh, every song is kind of like the same type of beat, same type of melody, same type of no. And also, how does that push them as vocalists? I feel like I mean, they already got the vocals, but I just felt like their latter stuff really pushed them to be more out of their comfort zone, because this just seemed like it's in the pocket and they just kind of stayed there.
That's interesting. That's an interesting way of looking at it.
I mean,
Shit.
sometimes when you use various producers, they don't always work though. Then your sound is all over the place.
That's
I
also
You know,
know
true.
that.
like if
It
you
and it could definitely be disastrous, but
right,
also you don't want to fall into the trap of having the same producer and everything sounds the same,
right,
and everything kind of drags on. It's kind of similar to Keisha Cole always singing about heartbreak. It's like, damn, girl, are you ever gonna be happy? Sheesh. Like, get your life. Like, and that's how I felt at one point. And that's why I didn't really like bang with Keisha Cole like that at the time
mm,
she was out.
right,
Um, sometimes people can have the same rhetoric when I mean, the same concept when they sing. They have the same runs. They have the same, have the same producer. All the songs gonna have the same type melody,
mm.
and yeah, it becomes mundane after a while. So I mean, that's how I feel about it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Next song we got track number 19, Fallen. Um, this one was okay. I didn't really write anything on it. It was like a 2 minute song. It was pretty decent.
I mean, it's just basically the group singing. It felt more like a skit than anything. It just them singing.
Right. All right. Guess that's it for Fallen. Next track, Love You for Life. This one is like one of those, one of their signature. Actually, I'll say one of their fan favorites. I'm just gonna say that. You know what I'm saying? This was a nice little ballad and everything like that too. Definitely, I love the arrangement on this one. This one is another one that kind of grew on me in the recent years and everything like that too. Not saying that I hate the song, you know what I'm saying, but um, maturity, like time takes its toll on this one and everything like that too. So, yeah, man, this one right here was another great ballad.
Yeah, it was a mature song for Jodeci. Like it was, they talking about love and marriage, and you look at the video. Dalvin was with T-Boz at that time, and I believe they were engaged or whatever. She's playing the bride in the video, and he's the groom, and it was a beautiful song. I think the video went with the song, and it's one of their a lot of fans love it, and I thought it was a great ballad.
Yeah, definitely a great ballad. All right. Next joint we got is
Wait a
For
minute.
You.
Wait a minute. I ain't say nothing. I thought Ashley was gonna. Oh,
I thought
so
she was gonna say something. Her mic is muted too.
uh, yeah, "Love You for Life" is definitely that song. Um, it was one of those songs where somebody like me who gets older and realize all my relationships are crap. I can go back and listen to this song and really feel like love is still there.
Right,
But I like that he poses it as a question like, do you believe in love and the promise that it gives? And then it's like, I want to love you for life because your love is how I live. What?
right.
Because your love is like, that's some poetic shit right there. It's like, ooh, just please take my panties. Like I I mean, I'm so you know what is crazy? If I was like around their age, yeah, and I went to one of their concerts, I would have ended up on the bus. Moving
I'm weak.
I would have definitely been on that bus, like hold my drink. But yeah, that I love that song. Oh my gosh. And this is one of those songs again. Like I don't know if like they just kind of like the quality just sounds so, and I don't know if it's because it's one of those joints that I heard regularly, but the quality of it doesn't sound like they're in a tunnel. It sounds
Right.
like all their vocals are brought up. I like how they hit each verse. They don't hit it in the regular old like everything sounds this like A B format. It's kind of like it gives you a little pause before that second verse comes in. And I really really like this song. I really really like this song.
It sounds like it was like ready made to be a single. Like when you hear like an album and certain songs sound like they're ready for radio, it sounded like it was ready to be a single.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's definitely something that will be on heavy rotation today
Yeah.
if they ever go back to playing real music on the radio. All right.
Don't hold your breath though. They're not gonna do that.
I would die.
Right?
I'm weak. other than that, um, track number 21 for you. This is like a little short skit where it's like they're just thanking their fans just for sticking by them and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you had like Devontae, thanking their fans and hustlers and stuff like that. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Was it needed on here though? Before you skip, I don't know.
I mean, it had purpose.
Right.
Alrighty. And the last song we got is Good Love. Um, so this was a very interesting song right here. You know what I'm saying? This is like another song kind of in like the same vein sonically as like Get On Up. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like I always felt like the last five songs, including this one, was definitely a precursor to the Casey and JoJo sound. I feel like they were definitely trying it out by experimenting with the more R&B, soulful kind of vibes with this one. And I definitely feel like this was probably next to Love You for Life. This is probably like the best one that really used that sound and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So I like again, it's a bit too long. I think it's clocking at a good 6 minutes, but yeah, I would have probably trimmed it down a little bit, but this was definitely a very interesting track.
Yeah, it was again. It's another mature song for them, and they showed that they can sing without a beat. All four members, and they sang great on here, and you have like an acoustic guitar back in their vocals, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a great way to end off the album. And I think it was Soul Train they were on. I remember them performing it on, and they sounded great. And it's always been one of my favorite Jodeci songs because they show people like, hey, like we can do the nasty songs and we could do the acoustic songs and still make it sound Jodeci. So I thought it was a great song.
I
Definitely.
think the vocals just bar none on this song is just I love that they were able to strip away everything and just like you said, try have that acoustic guitar because it really showcased their vocals,
Right.
showcased their harmonies, um, and I really feel like on some real stuff, this wasn't supposed to be like a song. I feel like they were BSing around with the acoustic guitar and it was like, hey, I like that. Let's kind of roll with it. Just kind of like freestyling because it sounds like majority of it is freestyling for real
Yeah.
for real. It sounded like they was just having like a little jam session. And a lot of people don't do that nowadays.
Mhm.
Just have just a jam session where you just kind of like have somebody playing something. I mean, maybe once in a blue moon they'll have something going like that, but usually they have jam sessions for like musicians, but for vocalists, it's very hard to come by.
Right.
I mean, I remember one time I went to an open mic and they was like they had a cover song beat or something like just an instrumental playing and they just
Mhm.
had it on a loop and everybody just went around the room with a microphone and just did whatever, just made up whatever over top of it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the kind of feeling I was getting from this song, honestly. Like they had the person playing the acoustic guitar and it was just like, all right, let's just do something on a whim, which Jodeci back then could definitely do.
Yeah.
Um, honest question. Uh vocally, back then, would you had Boys the Men or Jodeci?
Boys and Men. Because I feel like Boys to Men, that was like the doo-wop thing, and bringing that to R&B at the time when it was all about New Jack Swing and hip hop soul. I think they did it the best. And I've seen both groups in concert, and they both can sing like without instruments. And I just felt like Boys to Men, they were more I think the like vocally better. You know what I'm saying? Like, but having Mike in that group was a main part too, because he did the bass. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But Joycey could sing. Like all four members could sing. I don't. I think because their image is like the bad boys of R&B, and they have the nasty songs and all that. People don't really look at them as like on the same tier as Boyz II Men, but they definitely proved that a long time ago that they just as good as Boyz II Men.
I think vocally, um, Boys the Men were good tech, like they had a good technical style.
Right,
And all right, Boys the Men is like Beyonce, and Jodeci is like Alicia Keys, and or yeah, like Alicia Keys, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
mm,
Because Beyonce is very technical in her vocals. She can hit all these different notes technically, right?
right,
But it's something about the way that Alicia Keys sings that makes you feel it. And maybe I'm not many people are Alicia Keys fans. They don't think she could sing or whatever like that. But some artists you can feel them.
right,
And that's what I get from Alicia Keys. So I'm saying it as far as my um because it's subjective, right? Music is
right,
subjective. So I that's how I feel when I listen to them. I feel like with Boys the Men, it was like great singing, and on certain songs you could feel it. And then it's like with Jodeci, it was like they were singing for their lives. Like,
mm,
you get what I'm saying? It
yeah,
felt like they wanted you to feel everything they were singing. They wanted you to believe it.
right,
Like, I'm not just singing this because I just want to sing it. I think they were very selective on the type of songs that they sang, and it was because they wanted people to feel what they were singing when they were singing.
right. And also, I mean, Boyz II Men, there's four members. Three out of the four can sing lead vocals. We don't get that with Jodeci. It's basically Casey and JoJo.
Right.
Hmm, that's true.
Yes, yes. And that actually concludes that review. Overall, this is actually a very dope album, but it does have some issues towards it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna start off with saying that there was too many skits on the record, which I feel like kind of tied down the sequencing a bit down, in my opinion. Some of the skits was well, I'm gonna be real. Most of the skits was not needed. You know what I'm saying? Um, I definitely also felt like while the production was definitely good, some of the beats was just still kind of like samey on a few tracks. But at the same time, too, I definitely feel like it definitely picked up a lot of heat towards the ending of the album. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like those last couple of tracks were some of the strongest on the record. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5.
I think the album is dope. Like for 11 songs, if you take off all the skits, unless 11 songs, I think there's no skips on the album. And they had their ballads, they had their fast tracks, their mid tempo. I love the G Funk, production from Devontae and Dalvin on here, and the skits. I don't feel like the skits went with the album. I felt like if they did like a whole intro with, and you combine all those skits, I think it would have made more sense. I just felt like the sequencing was off where you have the intro, then you got one song, and then the skit, then one song, and it was like a whole padding for the whole album, and it's like 21 joints, but it's like you have like what, like 10, 11 songs, and then like the rest of like all skits, and I just felt like we didn't need that many skits on there, maybe three the most, if anything. But if you take away the skits, if you skip over them, it's a solid album. Good loving and love you for life, freaking you, some more time and place. I love all of those songs. So I'm gonna give it 4.5, but just skip the skits. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to play it in its entirety, and it's like a late night album. It's not a album you could play around kids or at the barbecue. This is like a late night, baby making album. But if you don't want to hear the skits, just skip over them and go straight to the tracks. But I love it. I think it's a solid album.
Definitely.
All right, I guess I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
So So like I said before, having all having the same producer on a lot of the tracks, it did sound very repetitive to me. Yes, definitely get rid of the skits. The skits were not needed in this. Um, Also, this is an album that you cannot listen to. You can't shuffle it. You can't shuffle it.
Right.
Um, and I like a good album that I could shuffle and just listen to different songs on it and not have to worry about, oh, this follows this. That's why I couldn't never put writings on the wall on shuffle because it sounded weird. Um, but again, what else? The vocals were solid on it. I love Jodeci. I think the songs that like Get On Up and Freaking You, and I think their singles really, really saved this album for me. I think that Get On Up was a great break from the routine
Yeah.
of what they usually sing, and it kind of brought them forward
Yeah.
because when you listen to their newer stuff, it definitely brought them forward. They were getting older, they were trying to shed this image of them being the bad boys. If you notice, even their style changed later on in
Hmm.
life. They started wearing suits
Yeah.
and whatnot. Started getting on their grown man ish.
Hmm.
I think this this the last album before they made that switch, that transition
Yeah, because
part.
they
Yeah,
the reunion album was like maybe 2014, 2013 or something like that.
yeah. So this definitely was a good album, but for all the reasons I stated, I would give it a solid 3 out of 5.
Okay. We gotta
Okay,
get
got you.
Ashley's rating at some point.
Yeah, I think she knocked out. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna end off the shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh wait, hold up. Yeah, yeah, she knocked out. Yeah, but yeah, this has been a
Well,
dope ass review. I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. Highly recommend this record right here.
And
Um,
if you
so
in
I
a
got.
record store and you see the remix, definitely get the remix because that shit is out of print and it might be a lot of money online. So
Oh, definitely. All right.
I love the cover
So
art, but
mhm.
also real quick, y'all. Before I get off of this, once again, happy birthday, Reg. I hope your 50th is very exciting. You get to do some things, you enjoy it. Pop bottles, have a drink for me. Um,
Thank you.
Also, remember, Think Different TV is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Um, Red is usually doing a review around the same time because he hates my guts. But
No, that's because I have to fucking work at my job.
but actually, on some real stuff, we're gonna be reviewing the Floetry album tomorrow, right?
Yes, yes.
Yep. So we're gonna be reviewing Floetry's first album, Floetic, tomorrow, which is sure to be a fun time. And I can't wait to hear all the songs that Reg hates because he's a hater. You should go to the player haters ball. Um, I could see you doing that, Reg. I could definitely see you being a part of that. Like hate, 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 hate. Like,
Uh,
but I love you guys. I love you too, Try, even though you're a Giants fan. Um, but not everybody can be
well,
perfect like a Eagles fan. I know
No, there we
it
go.
is what it is.
well, just tell us how you really fucking feel.
Right? You know.
I'm holding back right now because I'm a little tired. Because
Oh, that's okay.
usually I would cuss you mofos out just because I hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate you.
Right.
But I'm gonna get off of here because it's past my bedtime. And I'll see you tomorrow, Reg. You too, try. You can stop on in.
Oh well,
And
thank you for inviting me.
yeah, cause I mean, even though Giants suck, um,
Yeah,
doesn't
tomorrow at
mean
eight
I should.
o'clock.
We're gonna see how them
And
Eagles do at the end of the season,
and
though.
and this is an early ass review for us because we usually do it like at midnight.
Yeah, because it's my birthday. 'Cause we were supposed to have done this last week, but we had some bullshit to handle. So for you, I will do a review on my birthday for you because you're hard headed.
Oh, hopefully you are too. All right, I'm gonna get off of
All
here before it gets too crazy. All right, good night.
Right.
right, all right. So before I go, I'm just gonna run down the schedule real quick. So I'm not do videos on my channel between November 2nd to November 5th. I'm gonna come back on November 5th. Excuse me. I'll probably like pre. I'll probably screen record the review on the Shia channel. I'll probably post that sometime next week because I'm not really going to do a lot of YouTube shit on my birthday weekend. But when I come back that next Monday, we're going to conclude a Native Tongues review, Artist Sunday, which is going to be on the Artist Monday. Chia Lee with his only album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. That's going to be a Monday at midnight. And then Tuesday is going to be a double review with the Rolling Stones, Between the Buttons, the US version, and Satanic Majestic Request. That Satanic album is going to be a trash review, just letting you know that right now. You know what I'm saying? Then November 8th, featuring my boy Tyson, we're going to do Prince Paul of Prince Among Thieves. That's going to be that day at 11 o'clock. And then November 9th is going to be a double review with the Ghetto Boys Grip It on the Other Level and the Ghetto Boys self-titled remix album. So we got rock, we got East and South on this fucking week and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna also try to work on this Wider Beef episode. Hopefully I'm gonna drop this one by next week. You know what I'm saying? I've just been so busy, and since I have some free time, I can just work on some bullshit. I've been putting off, you know what I'm saying? Anything else to say before I head out, try?
Uh, Look out for the new 80s and 90s episode on Friday night. We just
Yes, sir.
recorded it. Um, I'm going live next week with Rockabash, like next Wednesday. So if you're available, you're welcome to join. It's a special day in hip hop coming up, so we're gonna be discussing that.
It was texted
Yeah,
to
man.
me.
Just stay tuned, man. Stay tuned. And Ashley gives her love, even though she's knocked out right now. So
Yeah, shout out. Thank you so much to Ashley, man. Shout out to Ash. But other than that, I'm about to go celebrate my birthday because I'm tired.
happy
All
birthday.
right.
Don't get too drunk.
Too late. Not for I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk, but just for real though. But y'all be safe. I'm gonna come back next Monday. Peace.
All right, peace.